Invalid lap. Can't get the thing stopped.
Well, welcome everybody. Welcome auto sports fans from around the world. Who am I kidding? It's just us eSeniors. Anyway, today, Imola at night, otherwise known as Autodroma Internazionale Enzo Dino Ferrari. Now we know what we call it, Imola. So, night race today. Just watching the last little minutes of practice. Cold track. At night, as you can see, that is interesting. I don't know how many of you have practiced on it. A lot of fun getting your tires dialed in terms of pressure. And just take a peek here, make sure everybody's good. Yeah, you give me a little heads up, somebody, to see if the volumes are okay in my voice. And in a minute, we'll be getting here. I'll do a little cockpit camera here to see if those volumes are okay. Just give me a heads up on the stream. I won't be able to follow the stream too much. I'm by myself here, so I'm going to be concentrating mostly on the action to try to catch everything that's going on. 13 drivers in the practice session. There's going to be a lot of points up for grabs in the GT4 Championship. Dan, once again, I didn't get a chance to go and look at the leaders. Somebody on the YouTube channel take a peek at the leaders for me, and in terms of the championship points is what I'm saying, and put the top 3 up there for me so I can chat line. Oh, who's this Jeremy? Just lost it. Somebody else here. As usual, national code in his car. A little bit harder to see in the dark in certain places. This track is not very well lit up until you hit the straight. Anyway, been a lot of stuff happening in the last 48 hours, but now we're back to racing. This is what we're all here for, racing. Glad to see there's at least a few people in the stream. There we go. A couple of things here. Cockpit's a bit loud. Okay, I'll turn that down. That's easy for me to do. Check. A little bit there. How was that? That's probably going to be a little bit better. Anyway, we're just getting to the last few minutes of practice, and you can see on the board there what the practice times were. Wish I could do gaps like that for everybody on the stream, but I cannot. There's Peterson in his car. I'm going to flip around to a few more. I'm going to give it a try today to do a grid walk. Since it's a short grid, I might be able to make it. Hopefully I don't make you all dizzy when I put it on free cam. Later on I'll figure out how to get something going for that. And let's try and find somebody that's on track. Well, maybe we'll do the leader here, Mr. Wood. There he is, 152. 152 flat in a McLaren. So what do we got in terms of constructors today? Only 2 Audis, 3 McLarens, 3 Porsches. That's fun to see. An Aston Martin and a Chevy Camaro. That's always nice to see. Also, what did I miss? That's about it. And so we got a good mix. It's always nice to see a Chevy there. Fun car to drive and look at. Let me take a peek and see what it sounds like here. I'll go in the cockpit just for fun. There's the sound of American. I'm not sure if it's a V8 or not. I'm not sure what they put in the Camaro here for GT3. This is the McLaren. Sounds like a BMW. What does a Chevy Camaro sound like? We're getting close to a minute left in practice. Yeah, again, those of you who have tried practicing there, I've done my GT3 practicing. Like I said, it took a while to get my tires dialed in to the right pressures. Once I did, it was fairly stable. High pressures, you almost start with what you need. This 13 degree C weather. So it's going to be interesting to see. I haven't driven a full 30 minutes with it. It's going to be interesting to see how it transpires during the race in terms of how people's tires hold up. And of course, in the dark is always different. You need to re-establish your cues for your braking point. Also, I found if you didn't concentrate on where you were in the track, sometimes in the dark it's kind of hard to figure out where you are, and you may make I made a few bad guesses as to which corner was coming up, and totally blew my braking point. So if we see that today and somebody blows their braking point, could quite likely be they just lost their bearings on where they were in the track, since it's pretty dark out here. There we go, and that's the last part of practice. Take a peek here, see what's going on in the chat. Hello, Mr. Castonguay. I assume it's Arthur. I'll give it the French pronunciation, those of you who don't know. Oh, by the way, I'm Mike Molesky. I've been doing the streams here for these sessions when I can during the week. And on the weekends, I do the one grouped one with Jeremy. I'm going to continue doing that. It's kind of fun. I don't mind taking the hour of the day on a Sunday. So here we go. If everybody goes to the pits here, we'll get qualifying going. Just take a peek here who the top guys were in practice. Mr. Wood and Mr. Panoff, Merch. Who else here could be lurking? Derek might be lurking, although he was complaining about his setup. Maybe not, that wasn't him. But Derek should be up there too. Good to see all the familiar names. Everybody here, I believe, has been here for quite some time in eSeniors. Oh, sorry, Arthur Castonguay. I wonder how you pronounce it in English. Castonguay is a pretty French-looking name. I'm not sure how I'd pronounce that in English. All right, let's see here. It's time for. It is time for. Oop, no. Sure, I get this going here. And now I gotta say drive. And I gotta get over to the right screen here. There we go. We're ready to go. Who got out first? Now we gotta get back into the other screen here. Sorry. Mr. Sutherland got out first, I believe. No, he didn't. Somebody's ahead of him there. Who is up front? 48. Okay, let's go to number 48. That's Jonathan is first up, first out. So let's go to the TV cam on his out lap. And these tires, the GT4 tires, take a long time to get warmed up. Maybe even a second lap is not even good enough. And in these cold conditions, it may be even worse. Take a look at the stream here. Everything looks good on the stream side. Yes, it does. How's the chat line going? Okay, everybody's good. Everybody's good. So, out laps for everybody. Is everybody out on track? Not too hard to find space today. We'll just follow along with Jonathan here. Take a peek at the stream copy and see if everything is good. It is. Looks pretty good there to me. Jonathan had a pretty good time in practice in terms of qualifying times. Got a little cheat here for the Italian names for all these corners. I know some of them, but all right, here goes Jonathan's first lap. There he goes. Across the start-finish line. Now he's on his first lap. Holding it together so far. Ooh, there was a bit of a wiggle. Full speed around that corner, I assume, and GT4s also. That is, I believe, this is Tossa. Nope, that's not quite. This is Villeneuve, I think. We come up with the big hairpin turn here. Yes, we do. That is Tossa, sorry. Paratella coming up. This one I struggle with in GT4. I just can't seem to get a setup that I can take it at full throttle. Not sure anybody does, but certainly here Jonathan has to brake. Comes around. Full throttle, I'm sure. Yeah, I'm looking down at the corner. Yeah, full throttle. Into Alta, Variante Alta. I guess Variante must mean chicane in Italian. And fairly long straight here into Rivazza. And that is the final corner. It's kind of a double corner, as we all know. No, what am I? No, this is Alta. That was Alta right there. Now we're going into Rivazza. Rivazza is kind of a 290-degree corners. Also, interesting approach. Downhill braking. Got to get a great exit for this long straight. This is where we're going to see some passes. You get a great exit on Rivazza, you can make up a lot of time. Okay, here we come with the first time. First time. First timed lap. Cut that corner. There we go. 152.5. That's got him. And let's see who's next. And we've got Sutherland. Let's see what Mr. Sutherland's first name is. I believe it's Mark. Yes, it is Mark. He's coming through Rivazza now. Let's see what time he puts up. Got a couple of times up there somehow. I'm just going to follow Sutherland here. Coming through Rivazza, and there's a fairly long way to get to the start-finish line. I misspoke a little bit in terms of he is not the next guy doing a time here, but I'll just follow along with him. Then I'll put up the leaderboard. Oh, he's far off. Far off. All right, so leaderboard-wise, here we go. This is the leaderboard. We've got up to position 5, which is Jeremy, in terms of valid laps. So we have Jonathan Wood at 52.5. Laszlo Nemeth is next at 53.2. Closely followed by Roman, I believe it is. Yes, Roman Mark at 53.3. And Mr. Canson is not far behind at 54. Oh, he's a second behind almost at 54.2. Jeremy is next at 55 flat. And Mr. Sauvage is right here. And he is in 6th place with the last valid lap at 156 flat. And that is Philippe Sauvage. All right, see who else has got going here. Jonathan just put in a 151.46. So improved big time. This is Jonathan, and in number 2 place here, he's got a long way to go yet. Who is improving? Roman is improving. He's got 0.6 of a second up on his current lap time of 153. So he will jump into possibly 3rd place. Just follow along with him in his Audi. Got a great lap going. Coming up to the start-finish line, he is going to get quite a bit of an improvement. I believe he's going to get into 3rd place. Yes, he does. Good job. Good job. Who else has got something going here? Derek is in 7th place. He just now lost his gain on his lap time. Nobody else is improving except for Philippe Sauvage, who's coming up to the start-finish line. He's up almost a second. That is going to bring him into probably 7th place. Let's just see. Let's just see. And then did that one stick? That is a 9th place. So my math was a little wrong. still going on the chat, so it just keeps going here. Everybody is still on track. We've got two guys here who haven't registered a lap yet. Mr. Ponoff, Merch, and I think it's Kenneth, I should say. Kevin Torrance. They have not registered a time yet. Maybe we'll follow along with them for a bit. And there's that Chevy. How about we follow along in the cockpit with the Chevy? And let's see where Merch is in terms of his lap. Just going to jump quickly to Merch. He's just not that far ahead of Kevin. Let's see if Kevin is having some trouble. Is he on a valid lap? I think he is. Yes, he is. Merch, I don't think is on a valid lap if my board is correct here. I'm turning his time red. Merch just went into the pits. So Kevin is our man right now. Let's cheer him on to get a valid lap in. He's probably stressing a little bit if he hadn't had a lap in yet. Here he comes up to a Rivaza. Or as they say in Italian, Rivaza. Last corner, get a good exit. Don't go too wide. You've got a valid lap going. Here we go. It's going to end up in the 155, 56 range. He got a 156 too. Anyway, he's got a valid lap in. That's good. Let's keep a look at what's going. Peterson here has got a lap going. I'm going to go back to the TV cam. A little noisy. That was announcer's curse. He lost his time advantage. Derek's got a good time going. He is currently up 4/10 of a second on his best lap. He's got not that long to go. It's coming up to Rivaza. And if he maintains that, he should jump at least one place into 6th ahead of Jeremy. Let's see if he maintains that. It looks like he is actually improved on a little bit. He may just jump into 5th place. Let's watch. Coming up to the start-finish line shortly. There he is, 5th place. Good job. Yeah, there's a lot of green times up on the board here. Mr. Sutherland. Oh, we've got some interesting things going on here. Mr. Sutherland is still 0.8 of a second behind the pole position. He is improving on his lap. He's gaining big time. He's got a half a second at the moment. He needs to find another 1/3 of a second to take pole away from Jonathan. Jonathan on his current lap is wasted 1. He's 3 seconds over. So let's just watch Mr. Sutherland. I'm going to go into the cockpit. I always love watching the hand action. Maybe that didn't come out too right. Throttle, steering input action on people. Let's see how far they're pushing it. And he is currently 4/10 of a second up on his time, which would not get him pole, but gives him a bit of breathing room. He's only 1/3 of a second up on Roman Mark in 3rd place. Here he comes. Still maintaining that 1/3 of a second up. Improvement. Coming up to Rivaza. Geez, by the end of this race, I'm going to know all these corner names by purpose, as long as I'm getting them right. Coming out of the turn here, he lost a little bit. He's up 2/10 of a second. That was a bit of a wobble there. That cost him dearly. He has only got 1/100th of a second on his lap time, so he is not going to improve, nor is he going to change position. Let's see further down. Everybody's got a lap time. Merch is still struggling there. He does not have a valid time yet. Laszlo has got a bit of an improvement going. Go back to TV cam here on the McLaren. He is up 2/10 of a second. What is that going to do to his time? 2/10 of a second will bring him into the podium in 3rd place if he can keep that going. And right fast behind him, Derek had a half a second going, but he lost it somewhere. Laszlo is improving big time on his time. He's up almost a half a second at this point. Further down the board, anybody got going? How much time we got left in qualifying? Well, that's 7 minutes. So it's time for 3 or 4 more laps, maybe 3 laps. How are we doing? Laszlo is up a quarter of a second. Even just that, he is only off the 3rd place podium by 1/12 100th of a second. So he is looking good for actually jumping up there. If he can maintain it all the way around, nobody else has got too much of a game going here. Torrance in 10th place is he just lost his advantage. Peters Andreas, I got his first name. Yeah, I'm going to go with first names today. Andreas has got a good lap going. He is up a 1/3 of a second, and if he maintains that, he will just may clip Derek Bird in 5th place if he maintains that. Laszlo has lost a bit of time there. They got a bad exit under Vaza, and he's just going to match his current lap time. Everybody's having trouble right now at Rivaza. Andreas has got a good lap going here. He is up at 0.8 of a second. This is big. This is big. He's going to jump into at least 4th, maybe 3rd. So he is up 0.8 of a second coming into the Rivaza. See how he goes around. See how he maintains his advantage here. And he lost it. See, a lot of people losing their times into Rivaza. He's got a 1/4 of a second on there, so he maintains and he stays in. Oh, he didn't even actually go into. He noticed he didn't gain too much of an advantage, so he decided to go into the pits. He had it though. We're following on here with Sutherland. He has got Laszlo has got another good time going. Early in his lap, but he's up a 1/10 of a second. Dimitri, I believe it is, Stathis. He has got half a second up on his best lap. Yes, it is Dimitri. Jeez, I'm learning everybody's names. He has gone through Rivaza. He's half a second up. That is going to bring him in up 1 position, I think, into 8th. There's a few. Laszlo is still. Did he make it? Yes, he did. Get into 8th place. Laszlo's still got a half a second here. That is going to jump him up big time. He might make it into. If he maintains that, he will make it into 2nd place. We are going to follow him big time here through Rivaza. He has got a great lap going here. He is up 7/10 of a second, and I think it's going to bring him into 2nd place if my math is on the fly is still good. Here we go. Yes, it does. All right. He's into 2nd place. And he has got that 2nd place by a 1/3 of a second on Mr. Sutherland, but Mr. Sutherland is also improving. I don't think he's going to catch it though. He's going to stay into his. Oh, I shouldn't say that. I got lost on where he was on the track. I'll just stay with him here. He is matching his pace. Ooh, we got a. Oh, he lost it there. Okay, that's an announcer's curse. We have got 4 minutes left. A lot of people in the pits trying to regain their composure. Derek Bird is just out, I believe. No, just out on the lap. Just finishing his out lap, I think. He is in 6th place and is kind of improving his time at the moment. Lots of people in the pits. We've only got 4 guys out there. Given my calculations, nobody is improving on their time at the moment. Everybody has got a valid lap in. I see Paul Savage. Who was it that didn't have his lap in earlier? Was it Kevin? Anyway, Mr. Savage is getting a little bit of an improvement on his time. Just follow along with him. I'm going to go back to the TV cam to save our ears a little bit. How is the chat line going here? Take a little quick. Nobody's talking to me too much. They're talking to each other, which is good. Who do we got? We got 19 people watching. Ah, that's nice. That's nice. 19 people with nothing else to do on what day is it today? Friday afternoon in Canada. That was Paul. He is matching his time, but he will not improve his positioning. 2 minutes, 45 seconds left. Who's out on the track? Merch is out on the track. He's got a bit of a improvement going in the BMW. I love watching this car because I own a BMW M2, not an M2, sorry, an M235, which is just a 235 with an extra couple of dollars put on some branding, but I don't think BMW should do that. If you pay for a package and all they do is add a few little M banners on there and you don't get anything much out of it, Paunoff has got a good time going here. He is up a half a second. If he maintains that, he will jump up one spot on the podium, on the leaderboard. Where is he? He is just gone through Variante Alta and is coming up to Rivazza now. He is up 0.6 of a second. That is definitely going to get him at least into fourth, maybe even podium, depending on what he does here. He lost some time. Coming out of Rivazza, he got a fair... he lost the time. Geez, a lot of people, and he gave up on it. I wonder why he gave up. Maybe his timing is faster than ours. James is, or Jonathan, I should say, is actually having a great lap. He was improving his time slightly. But I think everybody's given up and they're just going to stand here on their current. That looked kind of wobbly there. It must be net code. We've only got two people on the track right now, getting some practice in probably. Sauvage and Shannon. A battle here for the 12th and 13th place. No, the insert key does not work in this mode, by the way. See, I'm hitting it right now. I don't get anything out of it. I do not get a better tower board. I'll give you another shot here by getting my icon is there. No, see the insert key in this is director mode, guys. It's not replay mode, so I don't get all the same features as we get in the game. Yeah, in race that works, but that does not work. Try it one more time. Insert key. Yeah, see, I don't get that, guys. So I wish I could get a timing board. Absolutely. The reason that Mark got his timing board, got timing boards up there, is because he has different director software. All right, so we are now in the end of qualifying mode. You guys distracted me a bit here. I have to try to get into a free cam mode here. Get on here with Mr. Wood. And I'm going to try and get I'm going to try for a walkthrough, a walkthrough once they get onto the circuit. And if it doesn't work, apologize, but it's going to be my experiment today. I'll jump on with Wood as soon as he gets onto the track. I will make you all dizzy by looking for and trying to get a free cam and then do a track walk or a walk down the start finish lineup. Well, we still got somebody on track there. Shannon's getting an extra lap in there. I'm not sure if I can't see my board right now. I don't want to move it to see if he's got a valve attempt in or not. Just look at the board there and see if he jumps up a little bit. No, he is in. He's going to be the back of the pack. So there are the timings. Jonathan Wood in first place, pole position with a 1:51.4. He got that lap in fairly early, and he's got a half a second lead on Laszlo and Mark Sutherland. All right, just waiting for them to get onto the start grid. always wait for this long wait. I wish I could. I can't see the chat line right now, and I don't want to come off this. Yeah, maybe I will. Let me just go over to the chat line and see what's going on. No, I don't want to try all the keys one by one. That would be a disaster. We had a software failure last time I started playing around. I'm actually taking a little bit of a risk here, trying to do a walk down the path because we ended up with a. There we go again. We ended up with a memory problem with the race control software, and I could not get back in for that whole race. I think it was the Janetta race, and I was stuck with even less functionality for cameras, etc. Yeah, we've been trying very hard to get a tower. I believe Mark and Juan had some software that was working for the tower that you're used to when you're watching their two streams, but they have a license for some director software which I don't have at the moment, and I'm not looking forward actually if I do get some to have to learn another director software. There's a lot to this. I wish I had an extra 4 hands when I am streaming. It does help to have a co-announcer because they can be looking at a different part of the track and telling me where the events are. Oh, here we go. I'm going to give it a shot here, boys, to look at all these wonderful liveries, maybe in the dark. But there we go. All right, we're going to do this. We're going to try this. So in the first position, pole position, Jonathan Wood. Next to him is Laszlo and Mark Sutherland in the blue car. And we've got Roman Mark in 4th. Merch Ponoff in 5th. Derek Bird in 6th. Mr. Peterson in 7th. Oop, Jeremy in the yellow car in 7th. Stathis in 9th. Mr. Canson in 10th, Kevin Torrance in 11th, Paul Sauvage in 12th, and Mr. Shannon in the AMG in 13th place. So let's just go back here. We got a few seconds till the start. I got to get my cursor back. I do have it back. Make sure I've got control. Yes, I do. And we're going to go to... which is the best? Probably we'll try this, our Helicam. Helicam looks sick there. We're just trying to try going through the first corner in this view. 30 seconds to go before green. How's the chat line going?
20 seconds.
20 seconds is what my voice is saying in my ear. So we'll start following along with Merch here. See how everybody gets through these corners. And hopefully we'll have a great start. Been some great starts. Everybody in the new session here for the championship is being pretty good in terms of first corners, second corners. Everybody's learned how to maintain some non-pandemonium racing starts. Only people in NASCAR like seeing pandemoniums. And we should be on getting going pretty soon. Let's go, guys. What's going on here? I thought I heard 10 seconds. Are we not racing? I'm hoping. Should have been racing by now. Moment my screen is stuck. I hope I didn't screw it up again by doing some free camming. Anybody following along in the non-stream and seeing if I've got something going on here? Yeah, interesting. I don't see anything. Has the race not started? here in. I'm not getting anything here. To get on Discord to see if these guys are racing, and I can't see it. Hang on for 1 second here.
Other people can do this. I'm not gonna name names.
It's okay. We know.
Someone played with this.
All right, what I'm hearing in Discord, it looks like
I don't
we've
know
been.
if we'll be able to race, but I restarted it.
Jeremy is trying to restart the server. It looks like there's been a problem. Let's hope it's not
Is that there are people on the live stream as
sabotage. Well. But anyway, just hang on, guys, on the stream.
Is Mike in the room? No?
Mike Molesky, yeah, he's in here.
Okay, yeah, Mike, I'm restarting the server. Sorry about this. Somehow the server was disconnected. And I don't understand how that can happen.
Yeah, I'm watching here. I went onto Discord just to see what was going on. This is what the stream is saying too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mike, instead of using the carnage, you can now use the sabotage.
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 Yeah,
Potential
right.
sabotage.
Does anybody have a server?
No, not yet.
I'm saying, does somebody else have a private server that we know is clean and untampered?
Mark, just a second, Jeremy. I'm going to put Discord on the stream just so everybody knows what's going on. Is that okay?
Yeah. Sure,
okay, I'll turn that on.
Server's back on. It's back
it's
on.
come back up. Yeah.
So streamer guys, we're listening to the Discord going at the same time. I hope.
Yeah, sure. It's good. It's back on.
What is the password? The password that you
51.
gave out earlier? Okay.
Yep, same one.
So we were 13. That's it. Everybody's logging back in. As soon as everyone is in, I'm going to move. Okay. 12, 11.
You had 13 runners before.
Yeah, 13. So 2 are missing right now.
First, if you want, we can make the grid according to qualify. I was 5th.
Yeah, you know what? It's okay. I mean, everybody's back in. It's going to be a random grid start. That should be fun.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to forward the session now.
There we go. 13 people. Nice.
Yeah, we are back to being 13. So, oh, wait a second. It's not letting me do this. Okay. Why?
Is it possible somebody changed the password?
Disconnect.
No. Wait.
Cool.
I'm gonna have. Let me think about this because. Okay, hold on. Stay there, please.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to log back in to the server as an administrator. Should be able to.
This is like a rain delay in F1.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
Just play something.
And I'm in, so I'll be able to manage the server now. Okay, so next, that's it. Okay, it's gonna work. So I'm forwarding to the race, and we should be able to start. So it's gonna be random grid. Have a good race, gentlemen. Let's have fun.
Good luck, guys.
After you, Crofty.
Oh, I guess we do our settings again.
Yeah, I hope I get pole with this.
This is already my highest start.
Where were you placed?
You guys thought I was hard to pass before.
Actually.
Oh, kill me.
Okay, I'm back on here. I'm hoping that this is we are starting. We're not going to start qualifying again, I don't believe. I believe we're just going to take this as a random grid. And let's see here. Just watch to see if anything's going on. Actually, I'm going to go back onto the Discord and make sure everything's okay over there, but I turned you guys off on the stream so you're not listening to the Discord also.
The contingency, just in case this happens one more time.
Yeah, I don't think it will, but who knows?
We're just
The
waiting
thing
for
is,
it to...
I will change things around after the race to make sure this doesn't happen again.
So we're just
really
waiting on stream here for
Yeah,
the...
no. Right now we're waiting for the 120 seconds to be over for the. It should take us to this.
Yeah, Jeremy, you should reset all the current accounts to access to the server.
All the passwords.
Okay, guys, I'm going to knock off the Discord here and just I'll be listening in for a little while, make sure I know what's going on. But anyway, what's going on here is 120 seconds of delay until the restart. The restart happens, and I think we are going to get. Yes, we do. What you see on the screen here is going to be our starting grid. All the drivers agreed to use a random start. I believe that's going to be the start for who was fastest on the keyboard to get back in the server once it was reset. So I believe it was supposed to be only 120 seconds, and I'm still listening to Discord, so I'll know what's going on.
Let's see. I think I'll be P.
And yes, somebody did correct me. That was that's what I was looking for in terms of a phrase. Gridwalk. I did. That was my first chance at doing one of those, and it went all right. I guess. Just it was a little risky because that's what happened last time when I screwed up in Ginetta and had some server problems.
Yeah, we're waiting.
You didn't see the grid walk, is that what somebody said?
Session to move on.
Oh.
Sure.
Okay, to be certain, because I had a quick P-stop. Old man's bladder, that's inconvenient.
So Merch is going to be leading off, it looks like here. Let's follow with him.
I'm quite lighter now.
So our leaderboard now it's going to be Merch, Laszlo, Mr. Kansung. I got to remember his first name.
Yeah, BOP should be
Mark,
drink a gallon of water or something.
Mappe, oh yes, Mappe. Shannon in fourth, Roman Mark in fifth, Jeremy Aerobas in sixth, Mark Sutherland in seventh, Derek in eighth, Dimitri Stathis in ninth, Jonathan Wood in 10th.
We're still connected, right?
11th is Kevin Torres, and Andreas Peterson is in 12th, and Paul Savage. And here we go. We're going to get ready here. We got.
We're good.
We're on track.
We got. Looks like we've got control back again.
Hey, Merch, man, you won at the lottery. You got P1.
Yeah, I am.
Merch in the Discord is beside himself. He's just loving this, having a poll.
You almost got it right. You P10.
And let's go to this telecam. Oh, am I not in yet? No, I'm not quite in yet.
Track temp went down to 12C.
Okay, gentlemen, have a good race.
Thank you.
Okay, let's just we're following along here with Aaron at the moment.
I think it was at 13.
Try to get my cursor back. Sorry for all those little flashes here, but
this is the same as quali.
All right, so we got a minute now to wait again. Hopefully you guys on the stream have been patient.
Good luck, happy racing. Bye.
And let's make sure I've got all the audio working properly. You guys are off Discord. You have the audio going
It's
for the
actually
race.
Still connected. Hopefully he's got his broadcast up and running. For Geist, worry about your eyebrows. Make sure that they're in the right spots.
Yes, we are live and on stream, so be careful, you race drivers. It's all recorded for posterity. I was just talking to the race drivers here.
Drive button.
14 seconds to go. Let's hope we get a start this time. Two seconds to go. Let's see if we hear some engines. I don't see any engines. I'm gonna go. Oh, yes, we do. There we go. We are live. We are live. Here we go, guys. Finally, this is going to be interesting. It is a random grid. And Mr. Murch is pole position. He has never led pole, I don't believe. So this is going to be interesting for him. See how he strategizes the start. We'll stay on this camera, see if it's a good view. Come on, Murch. Do yourself proud. BMW proud. Let's go. I believe Murch is in the white car. Yes. Who is that that's trying to take away pole from him?
Come on,
Murch.
Lights on. There we go.
That would be a good idea.
Right?
I would, I would advise it.
Getting ready to go. Yellow lights. I just saw the lights turn from red to yellow. I didn't realize they did that. Here we come. Way to go, Murch. Green, green, green. We're racing again. Let's go on eSeniors. There's a few people. There's 3 wide and a little bit of bumping. No damage done. First corner, leaders are all good. Let's go a little bit at the back. Everything's good there. All the way at the back, everything's good there. Let's go back up to the front. Nice straight lines. Ooh, let's see, there's a few wide there. That's a good view of everybody. And is that Murch still in first place? Yes, he is. Way to go, Murch. There's the back of the pack. Oh, there's somebody that's off. There's somebody that's off. Let's go if I can find him. Look, it was Mr. Savage. No, Murch is still good. There was somebody who was Aaron. Was at the back and lost a spot. We're off track. Let's go at the front here. And there's somebody. Just keep going down the pack here so you can see everybody what's happening to them. Murch is still in first place. Way to go, Murch. There he is, leading the pack. Some nice straight lines. Everybody's got to take it quite easily, I would hope. Coming around here, just trying to keep it on track while your tires are cold. Oh, Derek went a little wide there, but he's back on. I'll just keep following here with Roman. And I go to my favorite view here. Cockpit to watch Roman try to chase down Murch. Mr. Sutherland is making a play on Mr. Canson. 747, that is Mr. Canson. Mappe, I think. No, it's not Mappe. Yes, it is Mappe. And he made the pass stick. Made the pass stick. There we go. There's our first pass of the day. Further down, Kevin Torrance is trying to get by Jeremy here, and Jeremy's not that far behind Andreas. We'll follow this one along for a bit. Nice pack of 3 cars. Jonathan is in 12th place at the moment. He is battling with Derek Bird. There's a couple of guys who have never battled on the track before. Laszlo looks like he's making a play on Mappe here. And Merch has got a 1 second lead at the head of the pack. Nicely done. I've forgotten where Merch qualified. Somebody may want to tell me about that, if they remember. This pack here is probably the best battle. I'm going to go to TV cam and see how that looks. So there's two groups there. Let's go back a little bit further back. Mr. Sauvage. Oh, back here, Derek is Jonathan is actually trying to get through to got some making up some time on Derek. And up at the top of the board, I'm going to put the leaderboard up here for you. Jonathan got a great exit there on Rivaza. So I think he is going to pass Bird, or still going side by side. And yes, he did. He's making that stick. Let's see if he can make the breaking point stick. Looks like he's under control. Slid a little bit. Saw some dark marks on the track. Hey, he's giving it all he had. There we go. No, that's good. That definitely is going to stick. Let's see, Jeremy Peterson is actually right up Dimitri's tail. And Aston Martin. And the Mercedes. Ooh, this is a dangerous spot to try. Let's see what kind of exit Andreas can get. He was quite close there. And there's a battle going on for 11th and 10th that I'll jump to for a second. And that's okay. Let's go back to Peterson on status. Let's see, this is the show. Oh, you got a good exit there. You got a great exit there. Let's go to helicam, see what that looks like. Right over top of the cars is helicam. Oh, Peterson didn't quite make that stick coming into the chicane. Variante, I think it is. And now we're going to be approaching Rivaza, which we saw in the qualification. A lot of people struggled with getting a good exit. So let's just see if Peterson can get a good exit here on Dimitri. If you get a good exit, you got a long straight to carry that momentum. See how it goes. Ooh, we had a little bit of wheel spin there, I think, and didn't get too much momentum. Let's see how Derek is going to do. Oh, we got a good spot there. So Derek is, I believe that is Sauvage. Coming down the straight, too wide. We're following on with Derek, who's in the middle. And let's see, that's all going to stick. Those are all going to stick, those passes. Well, it really quietens down when I go way up here. The helicam's really high up. And looking at the top here, Mr. Ponoff is still leading. Let's go to the cockpit here. Mr. Ponoff is still leading. He's got a 3-second lead over Roman Mark, who is still being harassed by Sutherland. But we're going to stay with Derek here for a bit. Oh, he's got a good exit. He had to lay off a little bit there. He's getting kind of close to his bumper. There's the back end of that Chevy. And let's see how they do. I believe we are talking here. Peratella. High-speed corner. And into Acqua Minerale. Everybody takes different points here, and this is a short straight. If you get some momentum leaving Peratella, or Minerale, I should say, you can get a little bit. And here we go into the chicane. Stay on this one. Looks like Derek has got some pace on Kenneth. Heavens, all right. And back into Rivaza to see if Derek can get some advantage here on the exit. It looks like he got some advantage on the entry. Can he hold it into the exit? Oh, he's got a little sideways there. So I don't think he is going to make it. So let's go up to Mr. Sutherland here, battling for second place with Roman Mark. Let's see how these two guys are taking the, what kind of lines these two guys are taking through the track. Keep an eye on other things here. There's a big battle going on here now with Sauvage and Derek Bird at the bottom of the pack. Let's just watch this exit. This is an important exit too, quite a long straight. High speed corner. Bertella. That's the one that gives me trouble in terms of hitting that braking point exactly the same every time. I love this corner. And coming out of this one, sometimes you can get an advantage if one guy doesn't do it. They both had a great exit. It's going to be interesting to see these two in Paratella. Chicane, no damage done by either guy. Porsche on an Audi. And we've got an Audi leading, sorry, we got a BMW leading. I love seeing that. Here we go through Paratella. First part, second part. Sutherland did not gain too much advantage there. So there we go, maintaining that same gap. Mr. Panson Mark is doing a good job up in terms of battling with Peterson. Another Porsche on a Mercedes. And Jonathan Wood is climbing up the leaderboard here. He's making a play for 7th place. Where are they on track? There we go. Coming down the long straight. This is a McLaren on a Porsche. A McLaren, oh, some great speed on the straight away. And Jonathan got ahead there. Oh, Peterson is actually losing it. Almost lost another position. Who was that? Is that Jeremy behind him? Yes, that was Jeremy. So there was a change in position that I caught. And who else is coming up the board here? Jonathan is one I thought that's climbed the board the best. Sutherland is still on Roman's tail, and Murch is way up at the front. Murch is in first place by 4.4 seconds, staying out of all these battles, just hot lapping around. Great, great, great job. Lots of points up for grabs today in the championship. And Mr. Sauvage and Mr. Torrance. Let's see what it looks like in terms of Mr. Sauvage is. I don't know that anybody had any damage. Oh, I think we just got a pass here. Jonathan had a problem. I'm gonna go back here and watch to see what happened. We're on a replay mode right here with Jonathan. Because I believe something happened. I think it was Jonathan that went. We're on board here with Jonathan. I have a feeling he lost it here somewhere. Let's just watch. And yes, this is something's going to happen here. Back 30 seconds. Ooh, I don't see what happened there. I went back 30 seconds and still didn't see what happened. Anyway, we are live now. Jonathan is in 6th place and Dimitri is in 7th. Sutherland has still got the closest battle going here with Roman. And Murch is taking advantage of it. He's got a 5-second lead now. I don't know if these two are battling so hard that they are losing time to the podium, the first place, but Murch is certainly taken away with it. Let's just see what else is going on here. Jeremy is very close to Mappe. And up ahead of Mappe there is Dimitri. Jeremy had a different line going through that corner. Maybe it made up a slight amount. Let's see how the Aston Martin does on the Porsche in this part. I think Jeremy had to lay off a little bit there. Didn't want to hit him. Struggling coming around this corner. Porsche is great in corners, as we all know, as long as you know how to drive it. See what kind of exit everybody gets. Oh, Mepe went wide. Jeremy's going to attempt the pass here. Jeremy's on the yellow car on the left. Looks like he's going to make it. He's going to make it stick coming into the chicane. No, it's not. This is not the chicane. Yes, it is the chicane. Yes, he does. He makes it stick. And behind him is... Oops, too far, too far. Who is that behind? That is Derek. So Derek on Mappe. I believe that is Mappe. No, this is, I'm going to just jump ahead here. That is, we've got change in position there. So that is Mappe, and that's Jeremy up ahead. When we go through the timing point, the leaderboard will get fixed. All right, what else is happening here? Mr. Savage and Mr. Torrance are still battling it out. And up at the front, let's just watch it through this corner. And up at the front, we still have Mark and Roman Mark battling it. Mark Sutherland just can't get ahead of Roman Mark. I don't know if he does. It'll be interesting to see if he can make up some time on our leader, Merch Panoff, who is now got a 6-second lead. But I'll be interesting to see if he gets by that Roman was holding Sutherland back a little bit. And going down the board here, everybody's pretty spread out. Maybe I'll do a little, I will do a little run down the whole board here. Watch to make sure nothing happens here first. Make sure just there's not a change in position. I'm going to go down the whole leaderboard to watch to see our great liveries. This is going through Orivaza. And is he making up time? No, he's not. So anyway, let's go wide into the board. This is Merch in the lead by 7 seconds, followed by Roman Mark, the little battle that we've been following, and Mark Sutherland. Fourth place, 4 seconds back, is Laszlo Nemeth. Next, second and seconds back of him is in 5th place is Andreas Peterson. And that is James Wood, who is a second and a half behind, so he is making up time. That's going to be one to watch soon. Dimitri Stathis is in 7th place, followed by Jeremy, followed by Derek Bird, followed by Mr. Kansund and Kevin Torrance. Second last place, is not least, is Paul Sauvage, and he is making up time on Kevin Torrance. And last but not least is Aaron Shannon. So let's go back to see how we're doing. The interesting battle here is actually with Mr. Sauvage and Mr. Torrance. So let's just watch that one for a little bit. I'm going to check the chat here, see if anybody's trying to get my attention here. I'm going to try going to wing cam for a change. There's a wing cam. Certainly is dark on this track, isn't it? Somebody was mentioning that most tracks, I don't think they race. Somebody said that he doubts that they have ever raced on Roman Mark and following, and that's Sutherland behind him. They do not race here at Imola at night. It's just probably why they don't have any lights around. They have a few lights right here on the straight. That's where I took the picture from the title page. That was the only place that there were any lights to light up the liveries. Ooh, Mr. Peterson. Oh, sorry, go ahead of him. There was a change here. No, there wasn't. What's going on here? Leaderboard. Go back to cockpit. There we go. Who is that ahead of him? That is Mr. Wood. Mr. Wood has the fastest lap of the race at 1:52 flat. That was a pass, I believe, that Mr. Wood just came into 5th place, and he is now 5 seconds back of 4th place. And we have 32 minutes left in the race. A lot of time yet for Mr. Wood to make it to the podium, if he can make it that far. And Derek Bird is chasing down Jeremy. We all know both those two guys, Wood and Bird, are great drivers, and they may be able to make up positions here. This is what makes, well, this was a random, wasn't a reverse start, it was a random start. Everybody thought that would be fun, and it certainly is. I don't know if that's going to jive in terms of points standings for this race, but that'll be for someone else to decide to see if the points will stand. Jeremy is trying pretty hard to get by Dimitri, and Derek is just sitting back here, possibly just waiting to see what can happen there and take advantage of anything that might gain him a position from a mistake. Jeremy is trying pretty hard. And Mr. Sutherland is still hot on Mr. Mark's tail. Oh, Mark went wide. This might be it. All right. A little bit of heli cam here. He is ahead in second place. So here we go. Mr. Sutherland now has got a free rein here to see if he can make some time up. So just for your benefit, Sutherland is 9.3 seconds back of first place right now. Let's see if he can make up some time, or as Roman, see if Roman was holding him back a little bit. So 9 points, let's just say 9 seconds flat. We'll watch that one. Derek is still chasing Jeremy. And he has lost some time up to Dimitri. Go to Jeremy and watch the lane cam. Let's see how Bird may be faster here. He's made up a lot of time. There we go. Jeremy made a slight mistake there. Here we go. Let's see if he's going to make that pass stick. Yes, he does. So Bird gets past Jeremy. Let's see if he can track down Dimitri now. And let's see further back. Mr. Wood is 5 seconds behind fourth place. Mr. Sutherland and Mr. Mark are not really that far apart pace-wise, because Mark has not been able to get a gap going here to Roman, so that these two guys are fairly evenly matched. And Murch is still barreling along here. He's got a 9-second lead now. This battle is going on. Roman Mark on Sutherland. Next battle is, well, I don't know if it's going to be a battle, but Jeremy and Bird and Stathis are fairly close together. We'll watch that one. And Mr. Sanmape is not that far behind this grouping of four. So here's four guys that are fairly closely positioned here. And James Wood. Jonathan still has the best lap of the day. He had best lap by about 9/100ths of a second. Paul Sauvage is still trying to get by Kevin Torrance. Everybody is staying on track, which is nice to see. Roman is staying with Mark. And let's just take a look here at Mr. Wood. Yes, Mr. Wood is making up time on fourth place. He is now 4 seconds behind. I believe he can see fourth place in his horizon. And he has got a gap now of, I don't know, I was more looking at Derek Bird to see if Derek was going to make up some time. And yes, he does. There is. Derek is in 8th place, trying to catch up to, having a little bit of difficulty, he has caught up on Dimitri that much. Not quite halfway through the race here, people. And it can be interesting to see what tire wear is going to do. Looks like Mark is pulled out slightly ahead. He's got a 1 second lead now, but he is not screaming ahead of Roman, but he has taken a little bit of a bite over Murch's lead. It's now an 8.5 second lap, and he is getting a little bit of a gap to Roman. Roman went wide there. Don't push too hard. Just keep your lap times constant there, and don't push too hard and lose it. Derek is getting really up on Dimitri now, and this is going to be a good one. But we will watch this and see what happens. let's go to Dimitri and hit the wing cam. Oh, there he goes. Helicam time. There he goes. There's Derek getting by him. We got the inside track. Jeremy is actually going to take advantage of that a little bit. He's coming right up on Dimitri. So Derek is past Dimitri now. So Derek's in 4th place. Now he has got to chase down Andreas. Oh, and I'm just looking back at the screen. Jeremy is trying to make a move on Dimitri now. So getting back to Derek. Derek has got to chase down Andreas, who's 11 seconds up. I'll give you a quick peek here at the gaps here for a while. And let's see what's going on up ahead. Everybody else has started to spread out a little bit, except for Sauvage and Torrance. They're close together still. Philip, keep wanting to call him Paul Sauvage, but it's Philip. And Jeremy on Dimitri. A very good view. It's just how we watch TV view for a bit. That is Jeremy, and that's Dimitri up ahead of him. And let's see how far Derek is. Derek is a couple of seconds up on those guys, so he's going to be chasing down Andreas there, 12 seconds back of Andreas for 6th position. And Wood has made up time. He's pushing pretty hard. Let's go to his cockpit, watch him work his steering wheel. Let's see what his time is here. 52.3. So he's got he's making up 1 second per lap on Laszlo. So for sure, there's going to be some action here soon. And Laszlo is 2 seconds up on the final podium, or 3 seconds up there on the final podium position. So Jonathan does have time to make up podium if he can keep his pace going. And he is, as you can see, on his very close to his fastest lap of the race pace. Now a quarter of a second behind his fastest lap of the race pace, which is 1:52 flat. And Laszlo's best time is 1:52.9, actually 1:53 flat almost. So Jonathan is making up 1 second lap. If he does that, we've got 24 minutes left. He's got a very good chance of getting to a podium today. But Murch is just barreling along. He has a 1:52 flat best lap. His last lap was 1:53.1. But he's got a 8-second lead now over 2nd place. And the only battle we've got going on track here is still Jeremy and Dimitri. Everybody else is kind of spread out. No incidents that I can see, no training of paint, nobody getting off track. So everybody today is got really good control of their cars and just lapping around. Take a quick peek at the chat here. Okay, with my stream, just talking amongst himself. We've got 17 people watching today, live. Can't get I haven't been able to get a YouTube count widget working on my stream, but can't get everything going. At least I'm streaming. So yeah, Jeremy's got some momentum going here. Let's go to the helicam. Jeremy's got the inside. Is he gonna stay with it? Yes, he is. He's got the inside track. He's got it, and he is past Dimitri. Let's see if they both maintain here. Nobody gets too excited on the throttle exiting these corners. And Jeremy is by Dimitri. He now has got a 4-second, 5-second gap to 7th place with Bird, but Bird is lapping about 0.7 of a second faster than Jeremy at the moment. Is best time yet for best times. Very good job, Jeremy. Nice pass. And who is getting close here? Let's see here. Derek is still chasing down Peterson. Hasn't made too much of a big bite into it. And Wood is 3 seconds down from Laszlo. And he is still lapping better than Laszlo. Let's see what Laszlo's last last lap time was. 52.6. And Jonathan's was also 52.6. So they are just maintaining position on each other. So Jeremy's got some work to do here, or sorry, Jonathan's got some work to do here with 20 minutes left to get onto the podium. Let's take a look at some gaps here. Everybody is even. Paul Sauvage and Torrance have, looks like Kevin has found some pace, has pulled a little bit ahead of Philippe. Nobody is within a second of each other. Oh, except for Jeremy. What happened to Jeremy? Just passed Andreas here. Andreas must have had a problem. So I went back. Let's see, who am I following with? I'm with Jeremy. I wanted to really jump to. Who was it? That I saw had a problem. Peterson. I'm going to jump back 60 seconds here to see what happened to Andreas. So this is a 60-second replay here. Let's just watch Andreas. At this point, he should have been quite high up. Let's just see what happened. Did he just go into the pits on his own? Yes, he did. Some issue there. I wonder if he messed up on his fuel. So everybody jumps up a spot, I believe. I'm just gonna have to wait for. I think I'm still in replay mode here. So I'm not sure what happened to Andreas. I've still got 17 seconds remaining on that replay time. Maybe we'll just follow on with Merch here for the replay. I tried to catch to see if I thought maybe Andreas had a problem with a spin out or something, so I went back a long time. Okay, we're back live. Ooh, this is not good. I see some shattering going on here on the stream. I'm hoping that's not something that's gonna. Yes, it is. I'm gonna end up with some problems with the stream now, I believe. But we're going to have to live with that for the last 19 minutes of the race. I can still control everything, but it looks like I'm getting a little bit of a problem with. Make sure I can still control everything. Yes, I can. Oh, there we go. That's not chattering anymore. Had this problem before. Certain cars were not following properly in the stream. So this is a bug, we believe, in the director software. But anyway, I can still see everything. It's just going to be a little bad on some cars, possibly. All right, let me take a peek here. What's going on? Everybody is spread out quite a bit here at this point. Jonathan actually is chasing down Laszlo. Jonathan's cockpit. Luckily, that's so that is Laszlo ahead of Jonathan. So this is definitely a good battle, and he is trying to get up into fourth place. Jonathan. He was quite far down the lead, where it looks like Andreas left the stream. And up ahead there is Roman Mark in third place, so Jonathan can smell a podium. And you know what Jonathan is like when he can smell a podium. We have lots of time left here. Again, Jonathan still has the fastest lap of the race, and we are going to see, if I go here to this view, his last lap was 152.2. Let's see what Laszlo's last lap, 53.9. Those numbers on the board on the ACC HUD are correct. And let's just see what Roman's last lap was, 153.7. So Jonathan definitely has a shot at the podium here. I'm going to go to Laszlo's wing cam, and we'll watch Jonathan from a backwards view. Again, that is basically the only battle going on track right now. I'll just keep an eye on Jeremy. Oh, there's something happened there. Jeremy went off wide. I was just going to say, I'll have a look to see if there are any incidents. Jeremy went wide there, and that, believe, lost him a position. And he has got Paul Savage right behind him now, because I believe Kevin got ahead of Jeremy because of that going wide. Anyway, let's go back to Laszlo here and watch the battle for 4th place. And now he's got the inside track. Let's go to Helicam. Hope the trees don't block us. Jonathan is going to try on the straight here. He's got going to stick with the inside track. He's just trying to get a draft here at this point with the McLaren. And he's going to try a move to the inside, and he does. He just outbroke Laszlo there and made that easily stick. Now he's going to be chasing down 3rd place with Roman Mark. Very good. Nice job. Jeremy is settled down here. He is, no, he's not settled down. Paul Sauvage passed him in the last few seconds. But Jeremy is now in 11th place. He must have lost a lot of time on that little run into the gravel that he had. I've forgotten now where he was prior to that. We didn't catch how far off he went. But yeah, look at his last lap was 2 minutes and 4 seconds. So he lost a good 10 seconds there, which is why he's now in 11th. So he went off track at some point. I don't know if that was a nudge from somebody else. I believe he was racing. He was on his own at that point. Now Jeremy's going to try in the last 15 minutes to make up a couple of spots. And Laszlo, both of them took that sausage pretty heavily. Laszlo is, that Jonathan is pulling away from Laszlo that much yet. I don't know if they're both chasing down Mark Sutherland, but definitely I'm going to go to Jonathan's cockpit for a second. Can he see? He's got 4 seconds down on the podium, last podium position. And Mr. Sutherland here has made up a couple of seconds on Merch. And it looks like from what I can see here that we are starting to get some traffic. Look at the track here. View. Whoa, hold on, Mark. I believe that is Aaron is up in the horizon there. So soon, looks like Mark, or I should say Merch, has gotten by Aaron. That's Aaron, that's Merch up ahead. And this is Mark Sutherland. You can see that. So there's going to be some traffic that's going to come into play here. Let's go back to Laszlo and Jonathan. Should be able to see Jonathan just going around the corner here. Oh, this is Jonathan. Who is he got? That's Mark. Ooh, let me go in here. Go back to Jonathan. And I saw somebody very close to each other up ahead. So this is Laszlo. This is Jonathan. That is Mark. That is Mr. Sutherland. Roman Mark. And see, that is Shannon. So Sutherland is approaching Shannon, who is a lap, or just he's the last first back marker. And Jeremy is trying to make up a position here on Mr. Savage, who went wide. I'm not sure where the track cuts are here. Wonder if there's going to be any track cut issues. Jeremy has got pace on Philippe, but hasn't been able to get by him just yet. This is the closest battle, but here is Sutherland trying to get by some traffic. So Sutherland has now actually made another little bite into Murch. He is 6 seconds back, so we might have a battle for podium at this point. Not sure what's happening with Murch. Let's just go into his cockpit a little bit here, see if he is struggling with anything. I was just trying to take it easy and not make a mistake. Get his. I'm not sure if this is going to be his first podium. It's certainly going to be his first podium this year. And if we take a peek here, Jonathan is chasing down Roman for the 3rd place. You guys on the chat, I won't be able to follow it. You guys can start with driver of the day if you want. Start voting. I'll check just before I leave to see if there's been any conclusion to that. I won't be able to check too often because this is hot and heavy action. It looks like Jeremy has gotten by Mr. Savage here. Missed that one, that pass. But this is the one we're going to be watching. Let's see if Sutherland has gotten by the traffic. Yes, he has. I believe that is Aaron. And now it is going to be Roman will be catching up to Aaron soon. Looks like he's looking on the screen there. It's on the track diagram. He's got a ways to go. Yeah, that's him up in the distance. But he has got more to contend with in his rear view mirror. And Jonathan is chasing him down the gap right now. I'll let you see the gaps. 1.8 seconds. And this, I'll just take a peek here. Jonathan's last lap was 1:52.58, and Roman's last lap was 1:5.32. So Jonathan is going to chase him down. You can actually see the gap right now. And I'm going to stick with this one because traffic is going to come into play here. It's been a great race by Jonathan. He's got my vote for driver of the day. He has come up through the pack in a nicely safe fashion. So I think maybe driver of the day might be him if I get the only vote right now, because I'm seeing him on the chat now. So this is definitely the paddle to watch. Jonathan is coming up to the traffic now. They should be letting him by. And yes, he does. Nice job. That is Aaron. Perfect spot to let Roman go by. Now he's gonna have another spot to let Jonathan go by. He's gonna do that. He did not lose very much time. And let's see if Jonathan gives him an acknowledgement with his headlights. No, he doesn't, but that's okay. He's got other things to do. He is now only 1.5 seconds off the podium. Let's see what his lap time is going to be. Is the Audi pulling away there? Still got a better lap time than Roman. That, again, he's not matched his best time of the day, however. I'll leave the screen on so you guys can watch the gaps just like me. Hope you guys like watching the cockpit view as much as I do. I can see how people drive, take their corners, what kind of steering inputs they have. I always like to watch to see if there's a nice smooth one, whether or not you're pushing pretty hard and you have to correct a snap on the corner when you go through a little bit too fast. When you're pushing really hard, there should be a little bit of a counter steering going on. That's a very nice smooth corner in Paratella. Going up to Acqua Minerale. Gain another couple of tenths of a second. Nice job by both of them through Acqua Minerale. Approaching Variante Alta. Great exit by Jonathan. Made up another couple of tenths of a second. Of a minute, I should say. No, tenth of a second, what am I saying? Couple of tenths of a minute. And the ever difficult Paratella to maintain constant. There we go. 1.2 seconds on the exit. Both of them got a great exit. That gap is maintained. So great job through Paratella. As I was saying earlier, people in qualifying tended to lose time going through there when they were pushing pretty hard. Roman pulled. Go into Tamburello. Coming up to Villeneuve, my Canadian hero. Variante, the little chicane here is called Villeneuve. And Jonathan now has caught up definitely with Roman, and Roman's going to be feeling this pressure. He's got a whole, well, let's just take a look at what Roman's looking at in his rear view mirror. He is only 0.5 seconds up now. He's got a rear view mirror full of the Woodman. And that is Aston Martin on Audi. Two very popular cars. Everybody's quiet on the chat there for a while. Let's get going. You guys agree with me that Jonathan should have driver of the day regardless of where he finishes. We have 5 minutes left. So Jonathan is not going to catch. Whoa, what happened there? Roman went wide. Oh, Jonathan got by him. Let's go back and watch that. I missed that. I had my we're on board here with Mark. There he goes, wide, and Jonathan passed him. Well, that was unfortunate in the sense that that was sort of an easy pass. We're back live here. Now Jonathan is now in a podium position. What has he got to do here for second place? Is quite far out. I don't know if he's going to make that up. So yeah, that was a bit unfortunate in terms of a small mistake there by Roman. Gave the pass an easy time for Jonathan. I was hoping for a good battle because there's not too many other battles going on right now on the track. This is probably the closest one. That doesn't look very good, does it, in terms of the screen? This is the closest one for the second last two positions here. Paul and, or Philip, I should say, and Jeremy. We'll give them a little airtime here. This has been going on for a while. Jeremy seems to be able to stay ahead of Mr. Sauvage. Let's see, what should I do here? Let's see, Merch has got a 5-second lead. This is the lead that Merch has on, on Mark Sutherland. So maybe I'll just do a little bit of some cockpit creeping on everybody. Here is Merch, our leader. And the leader, he had the pole position, and he has led the whole way. Oh, he goes a little wide here. Oh, this is definitely announcer's curse there. Let's see how that affected him in terms of timing. He was 5.2 seconds up, and right now I show it's back to lead 5. So he didn't lose too much there. Here is Mr. Sutherland. He might not have had a great exit either. There is Jonathan. There is Roman. So he's looking at the tail end of Jonathan. Oh, Laszlo just went off. See a little we had a little bit of a flag there. Yellow flag, but it must have been just going a little wide. There's Derek Bird in 6th place in the Porsche. Dimitri in the Aston Martin. Mark Cansund. Check that again. Mappe. Why do I always want to call you Mark Mappe? Mappe Kansung in 8th place. Kevin Torrance in 9th place. Jeremy in 10th place. Paul Sauvage in 11th place. And let's see where Aaron is on the track. This is Aaron here. And it's not going to affect too many people. Derek's coming up behind him. I don't think he is going to cause too much trouble in terms of traffic for anyone. And he's been doing a great job on letting people buy the blue flags. Great job there, Aaron. Always like to see that. He was, the way I saw it, he was not losing too much of his time. He waited for a good spot to let people buy, and there were no incidents in terms of him spoiling some of the races that were going on. Let's just get on board here with Mark, see if he can see merch. Yes, he can. That's just merch out in the not in the foreground, but up on the horizon. So this is the last lap for Merch. That is just follow along with him. He's having a great lap. His last lap was 152.8, pretty close to his fastest lap. Let's just follow along with Merch. Merch, you got a big lead. Don't get too panicky. You're gonna be fine. You got a 5-second lead. Just nice and smooth. So congratulations, Merch, in advance of your day today. Beautiful job today. Pole position, maintained it all the way. Never was really pushed by anyone. So this is going to be a first podium for sure. And if I look down the piece here, if the colors on the tower, Merch, hang on, Merch, hang on. You got a large lead. In first place for Group 2, these from 1 to 6 are all Group 1 drivers. So the Group 2 drivers is basically from 7th to 12th. So Group 1 separated themselves totally from the Group 2 drivers. So top place there is Dimitri. Oh, come on, Merch, hold it together. Getting too excited here. You got 4 seconds, lost a second there. And Merch comes down here for going to take the checkered flag with a little bit of erraticness on that last lap. He is getting too excited. There is the checkered flag for him. And Mr. Sutherland, there's a checkered flag for 2nd place. And 3rd place coming up is Jonathan Wood. That is your podium. Ponoff, Sutherland, and Wood. Roman Mark, not that far behind in 4th place. There is his. There's the nice flashing lights. Isn't that cool? And Laszlo is coming around the Rivaza now for 5th place. And Derek Bird also coming around Rivaza. That is Aaron Shannon up ahead of him. He's in 12th place, but this is Derek. Had a good race today also. Made his way up the leaderboard quite a bit. And that is his checkered flag. Dimitri Stathis. I wish I knew where everybody was from. Not sure where everybody's from. Here's Dimitri coming around the Rivaza. Don't do anything rash. You have only a 3-second lead. There we go. Nicely done. And those fireworks in dark look pretty cool. Here's Dimitri in the 7th place. And I'm going to get it right here for 8th place is Mappe Kansung. And there's the flashing. You didn't even fast across the finish line yet. And it's Kevin Torrance in 9th place. And wrapping up the top 10 is Philippe Sauvage. Closely followed by... Get by, did I miss the left? There's, oh! He somehow let, did I see him let Jeremy by in 10th place? Ooh, that must be team orders there for some reason. I don't know what was going on there. Anyway, that's our top 10. That was a fun race, guys. I am going to look on the chat to see if anybody believes. I am going to give Mr. Wood driver of the day on my own. He came up through the board quite nicely. Anyway, thank you for listening to the stream. There was 10 of us on here, and we'll see you again sometime.